What up? What up? What up? Another fun Monday. Welcome, everybody. I've been watching a little of the Olympics. Of course, I watched the skateboarding. I watched the skateboarding. That was a lot of fun. Now waiting to watch the vert one. I think they've had it yet. They had the street. First year skateboarding in the Olympics. All right, how long are we going to wait this time? I know last Monday was a little prolonged before people came in, but I'm getting my scheduling down better, guys. I got my Wednesday show already done. Doing a tips and tricks for Friday, I think. Put lotion on it. I think I got some in my eye. Yeah, but pretty good tips and tricks coming up for Friday. Well, let's just wait till waiting for somebody to cruise. Oh, I got an eye on me. I can dance now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but the Olympics are pretty exciting. I don't know if you guys, like I said, if you guys are into it or not, but the basketball hasn't happened yet. Or it probably is happening. I just haven't been watching it. Yeah, and I don't know where I'm planning to fish tomorrow, but I will be live tomorrow fishing. It's the way I usually roll on Tuesdays, earlier, a couple hours before dark. But I will be somewhere. And today's really weird. This is the first day. There's like absolutely or hardly any wind right now. We've had like every night's been really windy. Oh, okay. He's an Easter, guys. He's an Easter. He's at like 11 o'clock right now. And he has to work in the morning. He's a good boy. He's got to go to his Chick-fil-A job. He's going chicken it tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I've still never been to a Chick-fil-A. I'm trying to think. I've never been there. Never, ever, ever, Miss Jackson? Never. Oh, back roads. All right, Richard. Well, you're in here early back. Seen you cruise in later. So Richard's gonna sleep to us. He's gonna go sleepy on us. Oh wait, forgetting where I want to go. I forgot it. It's Monday. Bing, 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 bing. Well, there we go. Yeah, so I just yeah, that was funny on those comments. So the one where you kidded with me and the guy below that was like serious. I said, hey, at least I was entertaining and I caught fish. They were big-ish. They're big enough to bite the hook. I really do like that boat. That boat that was in there. That freaking Triton was nice. Or Nitro was nice. Can't believe those things cost $90,000 now. That's insane. And he bought a Ranger. I don't know if I said in the show. He bought a Ranger. It was $135,000. He bought a $90,000 boat and a $135,000 boat. I know, and I said he bought a $135,000 boat too. Within like 2 months. I don't know. He said the Ranger's just tournament boat. I don't know. He said he just turned 55. Either 55 or 50. One of the two. And he decided he needed a boat. But if you're gonna have one boat, you might as well have two. That's just his beater Pinot boat. He'll use the Ranger for going to all the tournaments and the other lakes and stuff. part of it is the fully rigging it. And the price of those freaking units they put on them now, plus the power poles. I mean, I know, what the hell? Yeah, it's all there's like $40,000 worth of electronics on those boats now. Seriously. The electronics are like 30. The engine costs like 20,000. The rest of it's just like the easy boat stuff, you know. It's like I don't know how much one costs stripped down. But yeah, it's the electronics on there. But now just the trolling motor alone on those things is like $3,000, $4,000 just for the trolling motor. It all adds up because it's all freaking crap accessories on there. It's fully rigged, man. It's got to be fully rigged. Soon it's going to come up, like a pop-up 42-inch TV in the middle, and I don't know. Yeah, that something that big in the middle. I'll take an older one. You can get older ones cheap nowadays. I mean, you get a really nice boat, from the 90s or 2000, and they age well. For like 4,000 or 5,000. That's the route I'm going to take. Oh yeah, too. I remember when I was doing telemarketing, I had a bass boat in there because they said put something up that you want, something that could drive you to work more and rip more people off through telemarketing. But I had Nitro up there, and it was like $8,000. Exactly. It's just kind of the way it goes. That's a good add up of it right there. Yeah, I said it's because they're fully rigged. Yeah, but those Nitro, the lowest Nitro, the fiberglass Nitro when they first came out, and like it was like mid-90s. I think it was like $7,000 for the like 17-foot. And now the lowest one is like 40,000, I think. Remember when Ranger and Nitro trackers and all that, they were supposed to be the economy boat? Not anymore. Yeah, we all are. We're all one lottery away. Well, remember I did the FLWs. That was part of the reason I did the FLWs because first place is going. There's a brand new Ranger. What's up, NJ? Yeah, when first place, now they're Phoenix boats they're giving away because it's MLF. But when it was FLW, it was a $30,000 Ranger. So yeah, I had my hopes set on that for a while. Then I had my hopes set on just making a check. I went from expecting everything to expecting at least something. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, by the end I was like, just give me a check. Just give me some of my money back, please. I don't need the new boat. I probably would have sold it anyway. Most people that win those boats sell them off anyway. Yeah, that's what I thought. Until I realized how co-angling is. That's when it all started to hit me. It's like, whoa, this is different. I can't cast anywhere, and they position the boat for their favor, but not mine. No wonder it's all like drop shots and neds. And I went into expecting to power fish, but can't really power fish when if you're in spring and a pro sets up on the nest for 40 minutes, and you just only have the same area to cast the whole time. Well, I've already ran the crank for 10 minutes over there. I ran it over here for like 15. Still working on that damn nest fish. What do I do now? Oh, I can check my emails. Do my social online stuff. Oh, damn it. I can't turn my phone on during the tournament. So have you been fishing at all back roads? Did any of your fish survive after that? You said a lot of them died. In the email you said I do better than you've been doing. Nice. At least somebody fished today. I didn't fish today. I watched myself fish. It's not really the same thing. Hey, my views are going up. Finally. They're sitting pretty low for about a month, but they're starting to climb now. I have so many old videos on there, you know? Oh, okay. So the park one still has fish? I know you. Isn't that where you tried to film the trout video? That you got too nervous because there were all these kids around? That local park? Really? Yeah, the bigger ones are probably most vulnerable. Oh, it survived the freeze. Good. Yeah, it's usually the younger fish that can survive the freeze more than the olders. Well, I'm just hoping ours survive the drought because, like I said, still looking to do another, some more of the Drain Lake tour, but it's just finding the time to do it with Tito and that. 'Cause I want to do it with Tito. It was our plan to do the Drain Lake tour, and he's getting better. He's getting really good in the background. I like it. He's doing some good work with the camera. We're here. He's getting a lot more comfortable. He's getting more comfortable with the shows now. So he's just, yeah, yeah. There, I don't know. Wait till you see the next one. I don't, I don't know if I filmed what the next one is low it is. And some of them I haven't been to yet. I don't know how low they are. I know Lexington's really low. But I fished it when it was really, really low, but I think it's even lower now. So that might be another one that I fished lower than I've ever fished. Almaden I fished when it was pretty damn low. Remember I had that one video with the the osprey with the fish? That was when it was really low. I actually got to walk up and film that. Yeah, no, not a freeze. I mean, I don't know, they can tolerate the water. Those are Floridas. I mean, unless it freezes solid, or it steals all the oxygen or something. Well, same thing even with Elistero, my local pond, because they dropped it because they expected a storm, and now it's low. It's like a foot and a half lower than usual. Pino luckily came up. Europe, Joe's in here. Um, we got that one like 3 or 4 inch storm, and Pino filled up. Oh yeah, sorry. You were talking about the drought. No, I don't think they'll actually drain any of them. I think it came to that point. Anyway, some of them they like release water into the creek. I think at that point, before it went totally dry, they'd be like, all right, let's keep some water in here. They got a ways to go. They're not that big a lake to begin with, and most of them are like really deep at the dam. Some of them are like 120 feet at the dam and stuff because they're built in those deep valleys. So they can stop it and they still have, like 30, 40 feet of water under them. It's just, not as big, but they all survive. My home lake Margarita, it went to 6%. It was like so filled up, and that place was amazing afterwards. We were getting 100 fish days anyway. None of them really more than like 10, 11 inch. For like years after that, it was so fun. It was basically a whole brand new lake. About new lakes, when they create new lakes and the fishing is so good for about 3 or 4 years. That's what happened at Margarita. There were so many. Yeah. Well, I watched Mark. I don't watch actually their full ones, but I watch Mark Daniels and Jacob Wheeler sometimes. They have their videos about it on their channel. I watch those a lot. I like watching those sort of tournament ones. I don't usually watch Mark's or Wheeler's other ones, but I like the fishing ones. I'd like to compete in that format. Yeah, well, I was sub to you, but evidently then I wasn't. Damn. Yeah, I'd like that style. Yeah, no, Gerald, originally I was subbed. I didn't know YouTube took it away, but the other day when I was on there, I was looking for you, and I'm like, why am I red? Yeah, that format. I've never fished that format. That'd be fun though. Uh, Everything you can catch, everything counts if it's weighable. You know me, I like to catch a lot of fish. I don't necessarily like to catch like huge ones all the time. Ones, two, threes. I'm happy. Was that why it kicked me off? I don't know. Wasn't I on this one? Why did you give me the old one? Okay, I will. It's not that I don't want to. It's just I thought I was. Oh, that's right. Okay, I thought. Okay, sorry. I forgot you started a new one. Didn't just change the name. You went all new instead of just kind of new. So I wasn't. I was thinking it was you. Wait. Oh wow! Like 5 comments jumped in at once. So you did catch one. All right. No comment on my end. When you have nothing to do. Wow. Wow. Well, I told you I had a day like that. Day on that bridge at Lopez where I caught like 40. It wasn't every cast, but I caught 40 in like an hour and a half. Smallies and largemouth. Yeah, it was my cranking. I would catch 7, 8 in a row, and then they'd stop, and I'd have to cast for a while with a different lure, and all of a sudden they get going. I catch like 7, 8 in a row, and I'd stop. I'd switch baits and start casting. Once I caught one, it'd be like another like 7 or 8 in a row. It was so fun. Shallow crank over a sunken bridge. The fish were underneath it. Hitting the schools of shad as they came over the edge into the open. They came up from underneath. I was casting across the top of the bridge and dropping over the edge. Oh, it was so fun. I tried it over and over after that for like the next week, and I caught hardly anything. Yeah. Yeah, no, this was in the middle on my boat in the middle of a lake. If you didn't know the bridge was there, it looked like nothing. Just kind of, it looked like it was kind of out in, not like way out in the middle, but in the creek I was in, like out in the middle of it, like it was nothing. But that bridge was everything. That's where I snagged the that 18-pound channel cat was right there. Big channels running. There were so many shad in there for like about a week, and they disappeared. Yeah, I don't know. Private pond fishing. Yeah, that might not count. Well, I caught what? What? One video at Nasi, I caught 30 in the video. I mean, that was over like 6 hours or something, but 30. Another one over about the same time period at Coyote, and I think I had 26 fish in that video. But nothing was like that day with the crank on that bridge. That was so fun. It was funny because the weird part was they were hitting like crazy when it was in the sun. Saying the shade hit it, I'd catch another fish. Shade hit it around like 3 p.m., 2 p.m. or something. Because it's in a valley and there's a big mountain behind it. Yeah, after that shade hit it, right at the time you think it would blow up, it just went dead. It probably had to do with the shad. Yeah, that's the way it was when Margarita blew up. They were all the same size. We were catching two fish at a time on topwaters. Where you'd bring in your spook, they'd be missing it the whole way. Ride the boat, you let it sit, and there'd be like 7 bass just sitting there. And then you stop it, and then I kind of look at you, and I'll take off. They were like fighting over it the whole way back, just crazy. Like, and you get the boat, and you start doing that, like try to do that figure eight thing around it because they're all right there, just like it was crazy. That was the first time I've ever caught two at the same time on top water. I even caught one. I had a what was it? I had devil's horse on. I had a fish on. I'm fighting him. I'm like, oh, there's one with him, one with him. And he dove into a circle under the boat. And when he came out, I had both of them. I'm like, I'm doubled up. Yeah, it was funny. I'm like, oh, there's one following, one following. He darted, and I'm like, holding the line. He comes back around, and he comes out. And the other one's hooked on the end hook. Like, yeah, double. Oh, I have something. I've come up with some jokes that I think backroads are really like. I mean, it's not. It's not. It's off the thing of the Jeff Foxworthy. You might be a redneck. Monterey, probably Lucero. I mean, because the other lakes up there are in Monterey County. I would say Lucero probably has. It has the biggest fish I've known out of the area. The other one, as far as yeah, maybe I mean San Antonio. That's just inside Monterey County. But all lakes over the hill are in Santa Clara County. They're in a different county. But I think Coyote has the biggest over the hill because that's Florida, isn't it? He's calling me redneck. No, I came up with a. You might not be a good bass fisherman. I got a whole line of that. You might not be a good bass fisherman. And I said it's on the lines of you might be a redneck. Yeah, researching one of the fishermen that I was gonna do a reaction video on made me think of those jokes. So yeah, it's pretty good. I got most of them kind of written down, but hopefully it'll take off as good as this. You might be a redneck, but no, I just figured, well, do you like Jeff Foxworthy Backroads? Let's hear some jokes. Randy, what's up? No, one of them is if you tow your boat with a golf cart, you might not be a good bass fisherman. Hooking here, that's one of them. If you can't park your car in your garage because you have too much tackle, you might not be a good bass fisherman. Really, 14.5. I don't care about that. No. I'm not a big fish guy. I'm a numbers guy. Just so they're keepers, they're good. Oh, really? Yeah, those are so. I mean, I got more. I got more. Don't worry. I got more of that. All right, I'll tell you about it. Oh, Del Monte, near Del Monte. All right. Well, I'm there a lot. That's near El Estero. Yeah. What were some of the other ones? Oh, if your outfit matches your poles, you might not be a good bass fisherman. if if you never launched your boat in a public lake, you might not be a good bass fisherman. 1 ounce. That's heavy. Drop shot finesse. If you replace your bait casting handles with bling handles, you might not be a good bass fisherman. I mean, I can go on and on. It's just all the cliche stuff. 4 halibut. Nice. I haven't done any ocean fishing in a long time. Ice caught them. Well, they got to be what, 23 inch, don't they? Isn't 23 inches a legal halibut? Del Monte's usually it's mellow, right? Not as many waves because of the angle. Yeah, so that was my some of my. You might not be a good bass fisherman jokes. I know it can go on and on. That's pretty much it. Like it can go on and on. All the cliches. It's like, yeah. The other one could be, if you only use braid, you might not be a good bass fisherman. There's a time and a place. If you think For the first for the first 30 seconds of every bass you catch, you think is a biggin, a biggin. You might not be a good bass fisherman. There's one I thought of right at the same time. Oh, if every stick you catch you think is a fish, you might not be a good bass fisherman. Live squid a ticket. Live squid a ticket. Wow, 12 35 pound halibut. Those are damn big halibut, man. And is halibut good to eat? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't eat fish. I joke about it. Is halibut good to eat? I've only caught one halibut in my life. One halibut, and it was a keeper. It was like 23-inch. I don't know. No, you might not be a good bass fisherman. Restaurants level. Pass. That's a good one though. I had I don't know. I can't remember most of them now, but they just keep you on. I like that if you tow your boat with a golf cart. Or if you only fish private ponds, you might not be a good bass fisherman. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't mind the ocean. I just don't like playing with it. That about sums it up right there. Yeah, you might not be you might be watching people that might not be a good bass fisherman. Yeah, if you only fish. Oh wait, here's another one. Yeah. If you can't wait to go to ICAST every year, you might not be a good bass fisherman. It's, it's like who fuck cares? You know, wait, what? It just jumped. Oh yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I go to the pier. I quit. Oh, you want swim baits? I know that's the funny part. Funny part is the kids that watch like those type guys, and you never see them catch fish, and you most often see them fishing the wrong thing in the wrong condition. I said, if you only fish private ponds, you might not be a good bass fisherman. There's something to be said about being able to catch bass all the time, no matter where you are, or fish. I hate cricket's face. Man, they're not worth it. I've given them a try. I have that. Well, I did a review on that box. I haven't fished the baits yet, but they're just all baits. Everything works the same. I mean, for the most part. I mean, just putting on some of these baits. There's no magic baits. You're not going to catch more fish because throw a magic bait. Learn how to work that bait, and you can catch them on any bait you put on that's similar to that bait. That's plain and simple. All right, you won. Damn it. My eyes started burning. Wow. 1,000 plus new green baits first. Elistero. I already did a show fishing Guggen baits in Elistero. And I couldn't catch one on its own. I had to put it on my bladed jig as a trailer to catch fish. They don't like me doing Guggen baits. I just put up that thing about the unboxing and nobody watched it. I'm like way behind the like. Everybody did the Guggen stuff like 2-3 years ago. It's like, hello. Oh, here the old guy finally caught up. Like, fuck, I have my own baits. I don't need to fish theirs. So what's up, Nick?
Not much.
How many pounds you lost now?
I don't know.
Another week. He gave us an update every week. Come on, it was 20 last week. 25 maybe?
I don't know.
He hasn't been here in a while. Nick, NJ, you know NJ, don't you?
Yeah, I've seen him in chat.
What's going on, Nick? How are you?
Good.
Good. I've been watching a lot of your videos, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just I edited one now.
I was watching the one with the hot tent.
Oh, the camp on the lake?
No, yeah, on the lake. I think it was part of your backyard, and then there was woods, and they were hunting or something. It was like deer season or something. I don't know if that's a recent one or not.
People never change. That's like Captain take me for a video one time, and I went, glad I could be of service 9 years ago.
Nick is frozen, I think.
No, he's looking at something.
Oh. So you hear me fine, right?
No, you're right. He might be frozen.
You hear me fine?
I hear you fine.
Oh, okay. Because I'm on my laptop, but I'm using my
yeah, his internet's fucking up. He just
what do you call that? My hotspot off my phone because my Wi-Fi is not strong enough upstairs. I just got back. I caught 2 smallmouth and a pumpkin seed on an artificial lure, which is pretty cool.
He pulled the Captain.
Yeah, he did.
Remember when Captain deleted his whole channel?
Yeah.
Then he came back, and now it's like gone again. Like,
but did he change his name?
Well, no, he always had Let's Drive. But he killed. He got mad and deleted his Captain Clueless one time, and then came
okay,
back.
that's what I was talking about. Yeah, Backroads. I understand, man. My old channel, I had like 905 subs and like 2,500 watch hours, and I deleted the whole thing. I'm pissed. But
Really?
I'm starting over. So it's all good.
Yeah, I think I'm too late for that.
Yeah, I think so.
I think deleting my 1,700 videos and changing my name would, yeah.
Your channel's about as old as your hat.
Yeah, it is. Actually.
I know it is.
Yeah. I had some guy, I went on to one of the, all those channels that tell you how to grow your channel. And they had a thing about monetization. People didn't know that it was a 30-70 split. They're doing on my channel, I have an applause button.
Yeah, you do. I never see that anywhere else.
Yeah, I was one of the beta test ones. But they have a new one now. It's called Thank You Chat or something like that. It's the same thing as the applause that I have. Basically, it's being able to get super chats on your videos, not when you're live.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. You can hit that button just like when you're live and type in a number.
I've never seen it anywhere else but your channel.
I don't know how many. They gave it to me. I had it sitting there for like a couple months, and then I finally actually like read what it was. And I
want to take these earbuds out. Let me know if you still hear me. Are we good?
Yeah, I see you.
All right, good. Because I don't.
You're echoing. Now you're echoing now.
I shouldn't be. I shut off my YouTube side.
Okay, now you're not. You were when you first said it.
Good now?
Yeah, you're good. You're not echoing.
Oh, okay. What's up, Steve?
Uploading.
Screwed up in the beginning, going to grow channels. Yeah, it's not easy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I did all that too and had fun with it, but I realized it wasn't helping me.
But if you're a fishing channel, you have to put fishing content, period. Like, you're limited to what you can put up. I mean, you do these panels and stuff, and you're not getting crazy watch time off of this. You know what I mean? Yours is your videos and your lives, and that makes your channel.
Yeah, I mean, Monday's my night off from fishing, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes it's all fishing. Sometimes it goes wherever the hell it goes.
I went live from the river, and I had 2 people in my chat on StreamYard, and my dad F-bombed about 6 times, so I just shut it down because I didn't want to get flagged for like cursing and stuff. So then I went live from my webcam, and I had like 6 peak concurrents for like, I don't know, for like a half an hour, and I just wanted to test out the webcam because I didn't know I can go live from that.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. I mean, but you got to have content. I mean, I started, my channel is, if you actually go over and watch it, Scott, which I hope you do, I'm going to just start
I watched all of them.
I'll do shout outs. I'll do fishing videos, lives. Like, I don't have a GoPro yet, so it's hard for me. I'll do slideshows and stuff, but I'm going to start doing some lottery on my channel again. I don't care. I mean, I have a lot of supporters in the lottery community. So, I mean, I know I'll get to my 1,000 if I continue to do lottery on there, but I want to do fishing too. So I just don't know if that's a bad idea, like doing both on the same channel.
And that's pretty much my play.
The fact that the lakes around here suck. Well, there you go.
Yeah, and he's the one that's in my videos. So
yeah, that'll do it.
He knows my play. Like,
yeah,
I have a hard time getting the people to watch me because of the shit that I have to fish. And he's like trying to start with it. Good luck.
Yeah, very difficult, man.
You gotta have some other sort of personality or something to make anything halfway decent around here.
Yeah,
you ain't getting fish most of the time. You got to find a way to make it entertaining and fun without catching fish.
But see, that's why when you do your video blogs and stuff like that, just even if you don't catch anything in that video, you make it interesting. You know what I mean? Like, you do that halfway through, and like, you make it fun.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's kind of weird because I watch it now. I'm like, I just like I'm entertaining myself all day. I mean, I'm talking to camera as if somebody's there.
Right. Do you know what, Scott? Do you know what channel Wisconsin Trout Fishing? You ever watch him?
No.
Check him out one day. Just check out that. You know what that guy does? 5, 6 days a week. Goes on trout rivers, catches trout on spinners that he creates himself, and talks to a camera most of the time. And every once in a while, he has a buddy with him that fishes with him.
Yeah.
But for the most part, he sits there and talks to a camera all day, and he makes it interesting and fun. And I think I've watched every video he's ever made.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It really is.
I had one guy once, he left a comment on one of my videos and said, every time I watch you, you're just like me talking into my head while I'm fishing during a day.
Right.
I mean, I'm doing it out loud because I need to record it, but it's
Yeah.
like you said, it's like all the stuff you say and things and that. It's like, I know, but I'm saying it out loud and people are around me and they don't know I have a camera on. And I'm like, who the hell is this? Like, dude
Right,
is just talking like he's talking to people over there in the corner. like I'm some psycho.
Yeah, I know it was a long time for you, but I mean, first live, it's rough, man. It's not easy. 50th live, still not easy, because you have to be able to entertain no one, if that makes any sense. And that's my only advice to people that are going to do their first live. Pretend there's 30 people there and make nobody laugh, but make them all laugh at the same time. Because that's what you have to do to get people to come in. Because you open up a live and you just sit there and are silent, nobody's coming.
Oh, I know. I dude.
No matter what you're doing, whether it's fishing,
No,
whether it's lottery, anything. If you just sit there and you're not talking, people are leaving or not coming.
I know. Well, the funny thing is, halftime, like people come in, like corn part somebody, and spend like 3 minutes, and there's nobody in here, and I'm just talking. He's like,
Yeah.
First comment, who are you talking to?
Exactly.
I'm making it entertaining because other
I'm
people.
talking to my tripod phone right now. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Conversation. I get it, but it's hard, and some people just have a knack at doing that, and they'll get you through that first 3 to 5 minutes, 6 minutes, where until someone comes in, and then it breaks the ice. Especially like StreamYards. Let's say you're waiting for someone to come in and pop up on a panel, you're just like, shit, I just have to talk to a freaking phone or talk to my laptop for 10 minutes and nobody's coming in. It's a very hard feeling. That's why a lot of people are scared to do it. But
it took me like 3 weeks to do my first live.
Yeah.
When I finally, 2018, when they finally opened it up to everybody and I got my smartphone.
Right.
Yeah, it took me, I kept wanting to do it. And then finally I just did it. And a lot of people actually came in. It was fun. And I was like, where the fuck was I scared to do this?
Exactly. I mean, I've had lives when I had my old channel where I had, 20, 30 people in there. It's fun, and you're just reading the chat. Everybody's having a good time. But the fishing part of it, if you're fishing, you're not catching nothing and it's just boring, you have to come up with something else to keep the people occupied. Otherwise, they want to see fish caught. And that alone in itself makes you maybe not a good bass fisherman.
Yeah, exactly. You might not be a good bass fisherman.
Exactly.
No, I thought that because I was thinking of roasting Fletcher the fisherman, doing a reaction video to his video. Nick told me I should do it.
Who is this though?
Fletcher the fisherman. He's
I don't know who
another.
that is.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is. But you got my Can you send me links? You can't send me links through YouTube, right?
No, just look up Fletcher the fisherman. He's hooked up with Kick Their Bass TV. That's kind of how he's going now.
There's so many I don't know, Scott. I mean, there's just so many channels.
Well, that's because all these channels are for 12 and 13-year-olds.
What's up, Wesley?
12 and 13-year-olds. They're like that level.
Oh, then yeah, I don't want to be there.
They're the Guggen level.
Yeah, but check out Wisconsin Trout Fishing, man. Good dude. His name is Ron. Real good guy, man. I've been watching him for a couple of years. I mean, you're a bass fisherman. He's a trout guy, but I mean, whatever. You just check out his filming and stuff. Really.
All those trout shows I did this year.
What?
I did 7 trout shows this year.
No, I know. So check it out, man. Good guy. I watch his
No, but I
videos
was talking
daily.
about
I really do. I mean, I watch yours daily when you put them out, but I watch his daily too. I mean, I've been watching it for years.
that one. I said I was on that site and they're talking about monetization stuff,
Yeah,
and I told the guy how much it was. Like it used to be 2 to 3%. Now it's 55, 45. He
right.
tried telling me it used to be 67.33, which is a number I never heard.
Yeah, me
It
neither.
happened after the ad apocalypse. They changed it to more money to creators than
Right.
YouTube. Before
Right.
that, it was always them more, us less.
Mhm.
But yeah, and he came back and said, "I've been on YouTube a long time. I think you're lying. I've never." And anyway, I checked him. I checked his about page. Remember 2017?
Right.
I wrote back and went, "You're extremely new to YouTube. I was monetized for 8 years by 2017.
Yeah.
I used to get checks from YouTube. I know the difference of my views compared to my money, and it's a lot more now."
Right. You still get paid well or no? I mean, you don't have to say if you don't want to, but you still
No,
get.
I only make like 100 a month if I'm
Oh,
lucky.
okay. Yeah, it is what it is.
Well, I used to make $6 and $7 a month.
Yeah,
So
I get
I
it.
mean, that's a big change.
Yeah,
It's not huge, but that's
it's not easy. You know what people think, and this is someone I'm going to say my family and friends that I talk to that don't do YouTube at all. And I'm like, they're like, oh yeah, we heard people get monetized on YouTube. They make shitloads of money. Yeah, if you put videos up every single day, and you have 50,000 plus subscribers, yeah, you probably can make some good money. But you know what? Normal people, no, they don't make very good money. They just don't.
no.
No, I mean these. You got to understand some of these lottery. I mean, and I know a little bit more about the lottery channels than you do. Some of them there's some of them that are up there. I mean, you know, they've grown huge.
Oh yeah,
They make. You know who AR Platinum is?
no. I don't watch any. I don't
Big-
watch much YouTube.
Big time scratch battle in Texas. Just makes like I forgot what he said he makes a month. I think he makes like close to $5,000 a month. I mean,
Yeah.
But he's got videos all day long, every day. You know what I mean? He just
Yeah,
content
all,
crazy.
all day things doesn't really. I mean, most
Not
most
all day,
good
but I'm saying every day. You know what I mean? Like for him,
Yeah, but
he'll
it
do like
used to
2
be
days
that-
straight of content, and then have to sit there, I guess, for 2 days and do editing. So I mean, it's a full time job for him. I mean, so
Yeah, but I mean, daily is what made a lot of them, but it doesn't really work anymore.
well, the lottery channel works because it keeps people hooked. They want to see what tickets you got today. You know, are there new tickets out this week? You know, like, I don't know. I've heard, and tell me if I'm wrong, Scott. If you have a channel and you got monetized, like in the beginning, you have to put a lot of content because you got to get supporters. I mean, I know how it works. I've been around a couple of years too. But once you get monetized, they say to upload a video 3 times a week, and that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do two. I go live twice.
Yeah.
I do 2 uploads. Plus, I do my surveys.
Right. I mean, that's normal,
So
right? I mean,
basically, Monday through Friday, I'm uploading something every day of the week.
Yeah.
2 lives, 2 videos, and my survey. So.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of them. It's one to 3 is like max. It's
once you're
it's
monetized, yeah. I mean, I guess once you're making money, like, there's not a mandatory. You're not going to get demonetized if you're not putting content up steadily. But you're not going to make as much money if you don't put the content. So it's catch-22.
No, but see, once you get the point, you get a lot of views in that starts to not matter.
I guess. So you're saying if you put a video up at 5 days a week and you get, I'm just making a bullshit number here, but if you do 5 videos Monday through Friday, you get 20 views per. That's 100 video. That's 100 views. But if you put up 1 or 2 videos a week and you get 500 views, that just makes more sense money-wise, right? I mean,
It makes more sense, and it.
I don't know if I said it right, but
No, I mean you're starting this, and you're new at this. So I mean,
well, I was at one point not so new. I mean, I'm new to this channel, so I know pretty much what I got to do. But
I know, but you're doing it. You're doing a totally new thing now. You had the other thing down, but now you're switching.
Yeah.
And full shows and something that's more like see, my whole process of doing all this was to make something that was a sitcom on TV.
Yeah.
And what's hard for a lot of people is when you have something like that, you have a finite amount of time that you have to fill.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to work on filling that time as efficiently as you can.
Right.
And now when you're on YouTube, there's no limit. So a lot of people they just create, and suddenly it's 19 minutes, 20 minutes, because now longer videos are more popular by a lot of the big.
Right.
And
right.
it's just, but what I tell people to do, and I'll tell you this, because when I was on public access, that's what my channel was before YouTube.
I know.
Even existed. I had 29 minutes with 30 seconds of black before 30 seconds. So I had to plan it out so it was exactly 29 minutes.
Right.
Every time. And so for a lot of YouTubers, what I would like to say to them as far as learning how to do that is put a time it needs to be on.
Okay.
10 minutes, 12 minutes, 7 minutes, and go from that to get everything you want to do for that day good and solid at that exact time or within, a few seconds.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It teaches you to get rid of all the shit you don't need.
Right.
The stuff you're just throwing in, like, I don't need to see you make 4 casts in a row without a fish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's gone. But a lot of the channels now, they're doing them longer and everything. It's like, they're just using stuff that's just.
But is that bad?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because you want to look like a professionally done video.
Some of your videos, like this, I've never said this to you before, but I'm going to say it now because I do watch the channel all the time. You know that, and I leave a lot of comments and stuff. But I've noticed that most of your videos are not longer than 14 minutes. Most of them.
Yeah.
And it's intro, middle, done, boot, outro, out in less than 14 minutes. And most of them are probably around 12 or 13, if I can really remember correctly in my head. And I know that 12 to 14 minutes is probably 6 hours of your day that you cram into that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the editing.
Well, yeah. As far as
I have no knowledge about that, so that's the part that gets me. Like, do I need to do videos that are fucking 6 hours long? No, that makes no sense either. But the whole, like, when you keep talking about editing, a lot of people that I talk to that have channels, editing is a huge thing because, like you said, your videos that are 12 minutes long is 5 to 6 hours of your day. I mean, so you're cramming 12 minutes out of 6 hours worth of content. You know,
right. And my thought process is getting. I know when I first started YouTube, I wanted to look like, and since my shows were on cable access, like Bill Dance and all that. And so a lot of it I left long. It was kind of boring, but a lot of theirs was just fishing and not. It didn't have that YouTube what it is now. The whole you have to.
Who has that in their bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, and I'm like 2 years behind the curve on everything as far as YouTube goes.
Really?
Because as far as the editing and everything, yeah. Because I started out. I started out like YouTube is now. Because I did skateboarding, I did like music videos, fashion videos, a lot of the quick. But when I went to fishing, I wanted to make it look like fishing TV channel stuff. So I didn't do any of that B-roll or music or all the stuff that I'm doing now and that I've always known how to do since 2006.
Right.
But my thought was to do a TV production type video.
how can I say this the right way? I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I say it correctly.
It won't
I'm trying to
offend
come up
me.
with a number. No, I'm trying to come up with a number of a percentage. I'm going to say probably from what I've watched in the last couple of years, like 85, and I think that's a very good number. 85% is like you're watching a fishing show on TV. But you want me to be honest right now?
I'll go ahead.
I think you're my friend. I think some of your blogs that you do, there's a lot of walking around. Seems like, and that to me that doesn't seem fish and showish. I'm just going by what you just said. You want to make it sound like a fishing show, or make it be like that. So I notice there's a lot of walking over here, walking over there, and it's like 5-6 minutes out of your 14-minute video that you're not seeing you fish. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But well, part of what I use with that.
I'm just being Scott. Please don't be upset at anything what I'm saying.
No. But I'm telling you my concept of it.
Okay, cool.
But if you watch my vlogs now, that like especially when I'm El Cerro, there's a lot of walking. I used to show a lot of walking, and now it's much more cut down. I kind of did that in the beginning so people would know the place,
right?
And then as they knew it, I didn't have to like keep showing them over the bridge or this way or that way. But what I like to do instead of putting music in, B-roll and music in for places where it's in between.
Okay.
When you're fishing, I like to use just the natural sounds and the natural things that are going on.
I feel that. I understand that.
Yeah, that's like a lot of times it'll be somebody biking by, or it'll be like a car going by and the sound of the car, or I'm walking when like a jet is going over. I kind of try to orchestrate all that.
But you know what I'm saying, right? Does it make sense as a third eye? Watching your stuff every day.
Yeah, but then I watched a lot of the bigger channels I watch, and they're walking all the time. I'm like,
yeah, I guess. You're also fishing on a dock, or at Pinot, you have to move around. I get that, but I didn't mean it in a negative manner. I just meant that, like you said, you want to make it like a TV show. I was trying to make the comparison, basically, is what I'm saying. Like you were saying, you want to make it like a fishing show, but the fishing shows, when they have that break, they'll have music, or they'll go to like the birds flying or something. You know what I mean? Like they have that capability.
That's what I kind of use the walking part for.
Right. So
I don't want to add music because you're out there in nature, and why not use the sounds you're around as the B-roll part of it?
Yeah, I got you.
I don't know, maybe that's wrong by what you're saying, but that's
no, it's not wrong at all. I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong whatsoever. You asked me if I could be honest, and I was just telling you from watching the videos, I noticed that there is not a lot of it. That's the wrong word. I've been drinking for 5 hours. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, not a lot.
Like you were saying, and I don't want to repeat myself, but you were saying you want to be like a fishing show. So in a fishing show, they're not showing that part where you're walking to your car and changing your buzz bait to a drop shot, or you know what I mean, like that part of it. And to me, from watching the last maybe 5-6 months, I've noticed that that's playing 3 to 5 minutes of your 14-minute video. So I don't know. I'm not saying that you're wasting that time or not. That's part of your editing, I guess. Maybe you could add a little more footage to cover that 3 minutes of time where we're watching you walk to your car and change baits. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, but a lot of that came from people telling me that I don't show what I fish. And I don't. Okay. So instead of, they want me, I could cut all that out and at the end do a little like tips and tricks and talk to you about the baits I'm doing. But I just like to incorporate it in while I'm doing it. Because I don't like videos where I learn to fish by observing people, watching people fish, picking up on my own. And so a lot of times when I do those videos, if you're skipping through, you're like, oh, he's on a buzz bait. He didn't tell us he's fishing. But you go back and I'm like, oh, here I am picking it out, going, yeah, I'm going to this buzz bait. It's a
What is this?
It's our baby bass.
What is this skipping through talk? I don't skip through anything. I watched the whole video. But like I said, I mean, I get what you're saying that, if people are saying, oh, you're not showing what you're using or whatever. I mean, if they watch your intros to your videos and I watch them all, you say, well, I have this, I have drop shot, I have a spinner bit, I have this, I have that. You usually have 3-4 rods that you're using. So I'm just saying that as a person looking from the outside in, is that, and I'm asking you as a professional, is that 3-4 minutes out of your 14-minute time that you're wasting where you could put more content in?
But I don't have any more content. I don't have any more content.
That's not true. If you fished, well, maybe not. See, maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong view, I guess.
Yeah.
If you fished a little bit more, maybe you would catch 2 more fish, because I just think you're a great bass fisherman. So I figured you would catch more fish instead of all that.
No. That's that's the thing. Most of my videos, a lot of my videos are the most popular are videos I've never caught a fish in.
That's funny.
The struggle videos.
Yeah, read what Backroad said. 12,
yeah, I read. I just put it on screen.
Yeah. But he understands what I'm saying, though. Like, I'm not being objective. I'm not being that guy. I'm just saying that, like, you have that time. Maybe it's just me, like, saying when I'm going fishing, like, maybe I'm wasting time because I'm sitting there, like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
The vlog I did with Chris.
Just mute me. Probably better off.
The vlog I did with Chris.
Yeah, yesterday? Whatever. The one yesterday or today? I don't remember. He's usually in your lives, but he was in your blog, I know.
Yeah, well, usually he's a show, but he was a blog this time.
Right.
But we caught like 9 fish, so it was there wasn't all that walking. There was some of it here and there, but I was able to go fish to fish to fish to fish.
Well, you also in a boat, so that's different too. When you do a show from a boat, I mean, you still go to the land. I think I counted maybe 3 or 4 times that video, whether it was whatever the case may be. But I think he got caught in a tree once or something, or twice. I did watch that video all the way through.
Yeah, but that was entertaining.
Yeah, it was. It was good. I liked it. I really did. Yeah, I love Chris. Chris is hilarious too. So
I know you're analyzing him because you're doing fishing shows now.
No. I'm a minute. I'm not even.
No, I want you to though.
I'm not even a guppy in your world, man. I'm just saying that, like, I'm trying to look at from the outside how you can improve your channel, because I think it's pretty great the way it is. But I'm asking because if you're telling me everything you're telling me, that video 14 minutes is better than 25, how am I going to cut that down to have 14 minutes out of 7 hours of fishing to have the best 14 hours?
No. I'm not saying that. Don't think about what you have. The cutting it down to 8 minutes will train you to understand what you have and how to give it a flow and make it be what it is.
I don't know. I'm such a good fisherman. I'll catch a fish the whole 8 hours. I can't put 8 hours of content in one video. I mean, there's days I go down to that river and we catch fish for 5 hours straight. It's just amazing nights. Like, how do you edit that? I mean, I just want the whole night to be in. I can't put a freaking 5-hour video up. That's just retarded.
No, but that's what I'm telling. That's what you need to learn to do.
That's the part I don't understand. Yeah,
that's the part you don't understand.
Because Bradley, bro, hold on, Bradley. What's he saying? I don't like that. I disagree with NJ. What does that mean? I disagree with NJ. I love how you explain what you're using. That's not what I'm saying, Bradley. That's not what I said at all.
You say that too much.
Reading it all together. That's not what I said. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the time where there's just downtime that I consider downtime as a fisherman, that maybe he could put in better content from the 6 hours that he filmed. That's what I'm trying to say. Take what I just said and make that make sense, Scott, because I don't know if it did.
Well, no, what I'm saying is my original shows, 29 minutes, and I had like 10 hours of fishing time.
Okay. I get it. I mean, what do you do?
That's what I said. I mean, And put it this way, even like anything we watch, like what's your favorite sitcom TV show?
I don't know. I have a Law and Order SVU. I don't
Right.
know.
Which
Yeah.
was it's an hour long without commercials. It's like 45 minutes.
Right.
When they do their first rough edit, it's probably like an hour and 20 minutes long.
What's up, Right Strapping? How are you?
Hey,
No,
right.
I get what you're saying.
See,
Man. I get it.
yeah, but see, they have to learn how to nip away and cut it down and make it.
But that's
Just
what I
doing
that's
it.
what I envy you for, because you. But I mean, you do it so long, you get it. Like, you understand how
Yeah.
to take a day at Pinot. If you're there at 3 o'clock and you're there till 8, that's 5 hours of content. Well, you cram that into 14 minutes. Like, how the fuck is that possible? I mean, that's the part I don't get. I don't understand that. Like, I don't get it.
See, that's the thing I was saying is you don't want to make it. You don't want to make it look like a home video.
Yeah.
And see, your thought, the way I'm listening to you and the way you're saying it, you're thinking of that. Like, I have all this great footage. I have all this great footage. It's going to be like 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. We used to do on a lot of mine. And I do videos where I leave out like 5 fish I caught or something. Or
Yeah,
6.
but I don't want to do that. See, I don't want to do that. Like, could I turn that into 2 videos? No, because that just would not make any sense for the whole trilogy, I guess, of your show that you're trying to make, like you said. So you don't want to have the same place back-to-back videos, and you don't want to bring it back up a week later. So you're going to lose all that. Like, what do you do with that? It's just gone.
There's an old saying in video, and when you make video content or any sort of creative content, always leave them wanting more.
I get it. But go back to what you just said, though. Like, there's days that you cut out 5 or 6 fish that you caught. I want YouTube to see my fish, man. Like, how do you choose, man? Like, how do you pick and choose what's the better, what's not? I mean,
a lot of times it's just what I'm saying when I'm catching them, or sometimes there's too much wind, or
I guess, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Somebody talking to me at the time, so I'm like looking their way, and it's with what I want to create, just putting that stuff in is like home video stuff. Like, you just it's the flow. The flow of a show is what you need, and you need at the end of it, you need them going, wait, what? Really? That was 13 minutes? Didn't seem that long.
Yeah.
That's what you want. And a lot of the shows I watch, people that do fishing shows that are more the home video thing, I watch them at night. I watch all these people that do stuff. And all of a sudden I'm sitting there and I'm like, and then I hit the button and I'm like, what? It's only been 3 minutes? And then I hit it again and look and go, what? It's 17 minutes long?
Yeah, I get it. I that opened my eyes a little bit to what you were saying. I that just made sense to me. I get that. Like,
right. And a lot of times when I rewatch mine, and I watch them, and I'm like, okay. And all of a sudden it kind of slows down for a bit. And I'm like, I could have maybe sped that up. And then I'll look at the time. I'm like, really? 7.5 minutes already? Like,
right.
Compared to with what people I watch where I'm like,
you're falling asleep after 3 minutes. Yeah, I get it.
And it's 14 minutes long. I mean, that's kind of how I gauge when I watch my own, and how I'm sort of reworking my head in that is I'll watch them, and I'll point that even me watching them, I'm kind of like, and all of a sudden I get to a point that I think it kind of slows down. And then I'll look down at the time and be like, really? I didn't realize it'd been 5 minutes or 7 minutes.
Right. So you're pretty much learning from yourself in a way with your editing anyway, because you're learning every video that if obviously, I mean, I make videos, I just upload it. I don't even look at it. I don't even care. But you're editing your stuff. You gotta watch it before you hit that upload button. I get it. Make sure it's right. So you're learning off yourself too.
Well, actually, when I edit, I'll edit the intro part, then I'll watch it a couple times, Then I'll start going into it and I'll edit, and then I go back and watch what I've just edited, and I'll go back and
Right.
watch what I've just edited, and then I might edit a little bit more. Then I go back to the whole beginning and watch it up to what I've edited,
Right.
and then I start editing some more. Because as you're doing it and doing the clips, it starts to feel all choppy. It doesn't make sense. And then I go back and
That's the part I think I'll never understand. Like, because you're, I don't even know how to say it as a normal fucking person. You're taking, I said it before, you're taking 6 hours worth of time that you went fishing and cramming it into 12 minutes. And it doesn't exactly have to be in that order, though, of when you went fishing to when you got done. So you might be taking clips from 3 hours later and putting it next to something that was at 2 minutes. Am I right? Like, you're making a story about it. Like,
I had a quote. I actually woke up in the middle of the night the other day. I have it in there. Let's see if I can remember. I actually wrote it down on a piece of paper. I'd rather have more to make it better than not enough to make it good.
okay.
I actually woke up in the middle of the night and wrote that down.
Really?
I'm a quote person. I have quotes written everywhere on envelopes, on everything. When I had my fashion store, my clothing store, and that, I was always writing down.
Well, for you, the more content, the better that you can edit. So if you had a 7-hour day, it might be better to you to edit that than a 4-hour day.
Right. Well, a lot of mine now that are 13, 14 minutes, it's only 4 hours.
Right.
When I do a full show, it's usually like 7 or 8 that I have filmed.
I mean, still, even a 4-hour show. I mean, 4 hours you're filming, and you have to take that 4-hour day, whether it was phenomenal, whether it sucked, whether pigeon shit on you, whatever, and you got to cram that into 13 minutes time. That's in my opinion, that takes skill, man. That's not easy.
I know, but to me it is, because I've been editing since 1986.
That's my whole point. Yeah.
Yeah. My skateboard videos, they're like 2 minutes long, 4 minutes long.
Right.
I had probably 3, 4, or 5 hours of skate footage.
Yeah.
And I turned it into 2 or 3 minutes. Because, and me, see, the difference with me is I film all the time. Mm-hmm. The second I get there till the second I leave, my camera's on. It's only off when I have to change the battery.
Right.
And that fuels me with all that stuff when I'm editing. It's like when someone random comes up and asks me a weird question, or somebody goes, most people won't film that because they only turn it on when they catch a fish or something. Or
yeah, that's true too.
Turn it on when they know they're going to be around someplace they've caught fish.
Yeah. Beat Trap Zone. What's up?
Yeah, screw this guy.
I don't know if I ever saw them here.
Saw that what?
I said I don't know if I ever saw Beat Trap Zone. It's the first time for me.
He's been here for a while.
Oh, I'm streaky, you know that. I'm not here all the time. I try to pop in every Monday, but
most people are.
Yeah.
No, but I said, see, that's, I don't know. For me, I would love to be able to create a sitcom or to actually make a movie. I've made a few documentaries.
Right. About fishing?
No, one was about my store I had. One was about my DJ night that I had for I had it for 6 years, but I filmed a whole year to put together a documentary.
What is that? What prob shit name? What does that mean? What prob shit name?
What? I don't know what that is.
Beat Trap Zone. I don't know if he's talking to me or what he's talking to me. It says, what problem shit name? What does that mean?
I don't know. I think he thought you didn't like his name. You just said he hadn't seen
I didn't say that. No, I said Beat Trap Zone. I said I've never seen you here when I'm here. That's all I said. I said I've never seen that name in your chat when I was here. And I mean, I'm here a lot of Mondays, but I didn't say nothing bad at all. No. But let's get back to, I was watching some of your older videos, like when you used to do, you said it before, man, the, tips and tricks.
He apologized. He heard you wrong, like I said.
My mistake, dude. All good. Cheers. Cheers. So you should. I like your tips and tricks and stuff like that. Those videos are cool, man. I like those.
You liked what I'm doing another one. I'm doing one for Friday.
Yeah, I like those, man. Those are cool because they're cool. They're informative. You know, you can learn something, and it just. I watched some of your older ones, dude. When you were younger, like those some weird some cool shit. Yeah.
Well, that's what I started on. When I came back to YouTube, I think for the first 2 years, all I did was tips and tricks in biology bite.
No.
I have like over 200 of them. And then
Where
people started asking.
No. Were you fishing like El Stero and then Pinot and stuff like that back then, or no?
No.
No.
I didn't fish anywhere for like the first 2 years. It was all I wanted to get everything in my head out.
No, there was a few that I watched you were fishing. Old ones though, man.
Yeah, if those were put in, they were the old ones. That show was on cable access. That's how I started putting them on. But when I came here in 2009, for the first like 2 years, I only did tips, tricks, biology bites. Then everybody started asking me to do shows again. So that's when I started doing shows again.
Yeah, I'm going to make a total left of everything we just said. You have to go back to the fucking boardwalk with the lure. I mean, that hooked me. That hooked me on your channel. I was just browsing around one day, dude, and you were like scared people with a friggin' jig, dude. And I was like, this dude's awesome.
That's come back this fall.
That's how I fell in love with your channel, man. And then I mean, like, damn, I'm like, this guy actually fishes too. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And that's been what? How long, Scott? Not 3 years now, maybe I've known you. At least, right? 3, maybe 4.
No. I only went live. Well, unless you're a subscriber, I've only went live in 2018.
In what?
2018 is when I went live.
For the first time?
That's the first time any of us could go live. YouTube didn't start live till January 2018. It was a test before that for people that had over 100,000 or.
Well, that's not true, dude.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it is.
2018 or 2008?
What?
2008, 2018 or 2008?
2018 is the first time you go live on YouTube. It was a trial the year before that for channels with over 100,000, and mid 2017 they changed it to all the channels over 10,000. Then January 18 they opened it up to everybody. And then they changed it to the 1,000 because of that guy that went live on Facebook and killed all those people.
Yeah.
Then they switched it to 1,000 or more. Yeah, it was 2018.
So back in like 2015, 14, 15, 16.
No live.
Watching videos, I guess. Nobody went live then? Nobody went live back then at all?
You couldn't go live on YouTube. Facebook and Instagram that had live before Facebook, before YouTube.
That's for some reason that doesn't make any sense.
Well, look up my first ever live. I think it was like February or March 2018.
No, I'm trying to think like with the lottery. Like I remember my one buddy. What are we? 2021. So yeah, maybe it was 18. Maybe you're right. Yeah. 18. So it's like it's going on almost 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I did it when we was first allowed.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's why I kind of got on Ozzy, because Ozzy said he'd been live on YouTube forever. I went
because I've been in
not really.
I've been in this place where I'm at right now, my buddy's house. I've been here. March will be 2 years. So, what do we say, year and a half? And then I remember watching you from my old apartment. A few years. I mean, I know I was at least watching your videos. I know that. I mean, it had to be at least. I'm going to say at least. I mean, if it was 18, but I don't think it was 18 when I first met you, like through your live. It's got to be at least 3 years. It's got to be.
Yeah, it might have been.
I remember you doing the people fishing. And
I think that didn't come out till 19.
When'd you start that? All right, 19. So yeah, okay. So at least 2 years, 2.5 years at least.
Yeah, it was fall of 19. I started,
Yeah,
and then
yeah. I was watching
then,
fish. I was watching fishing
then COVID
videos,
hit.
and and I think that was the first time I ever saw it. Like, I think I watched some of your videos, but I don't know if I was subscribed. And then I was just going through fishing videos one night. Just got out of work, having a few beers. I was watching whatever, trout shit, bass fishing, whatever, and I came across you live. I'm like, wait a minute, that's him live at CCB. I'm like, what is he doing? And you were just doing the
I know.
people fishing. And I just stood. I watched it. I think I don't know how long you were on it for, like an hour and a half. To I just did. I don't even think I said a word in the chat. I just watched it. I was just amazed. I'm like, this is fucking hilarious.
I know.
And
And I remember I did it like last year, or whatever. I did the skate and fish live,
yeah.
but then suddenly nobody came in until I was
No,
fishing.
I enjoyed that too. That was fun. You
I
were,
know,
you
but
were,
I
you were
love
skating
fishing.
and
Now.
you were Big Bertha fishing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
but that's why I said that the human fishing thing it's the same thing. I love running into people. I love talking to them.
It's so
I'm
fun, man.
I'm quick at reacting with people and improvising with them. And that started out though. That started out as asking them questions. Remember, I first went there and asked them. Well, you probably didn't see it, but I first went there and I said people want me to eat fish, but I don't know how to fish. So I went to the wharf, called people over, and asked them what's their best fish to eat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that might have been before my time. But,
Yeah, that's how it started.
yeah.
And then I remember that guy from the fair that was throwing the worm and scaring people. And then I thought, oh, let's just do some human.
That's funny.
And that's where that came up. And then COVID killed it.
Yeah, but like I said, I remember that first night watching it. I don't think I talked to the chat once. I just watched it. I'm like, this dude's out of his fucking mind. I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. People and girls were getting scared and shit. Like,
Everybody,
awesome. And then I had like
said,
the following week to watch. I was like, I couldn't wait for the whole week to go by. I'm like, I gotta watch this shit again. Like,
yeah.
Who's gonna scare today?
And everybody said I was going to get the shit beat out of me, and somebody was going to beat me up. But
I mean,
everybody loved it. Everybody loved it. Even the people like scared to death were like. But a lot of it has to do with my personality and how I'm not a threatening person when I talk to people and look at me.
No. Of course.
So, yeah, that was I want to get back to it because it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, it was fun to watch, man. I'll be honest. I mean, talking about your content the whole time and footage and stuff like that was just fun. That was just fun to watch.
And I like improv. I like comedy. I like improv. I like it. That's why when I started live, all my lives were on location somewhere.
Yeah.
Because that's what I loved about it. And then I got complacent.
About the first time, Scott, I remember you like sitting behind the thing. And I just remember I probably had like 3-4 bourbons, like a couple 12 boys. And I'm watching it, and I just see like your arm like this, just like real quick, like, phew, and you see the freaking thing go. I'm like, dude, this guy's fucking shot. Like, what possesses someone to do that? And I'm like, I found myself, it was like Friday, whatever. I don't remember what day you did it, like Wednesday, I think, or something. I don't remember. Thursday. And I remember the week had gone by. It's Monday, Tuesday, you're back in the grind at work. And I'm like, damn it, when's fucking Thursday coming? I couldn't fucking wait. I'm like, I got to watch this fucking maniac.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you're talking about making content that makes people want to watch again. Like that was, you always had a lot of people in the lives.
Yeah, you usually have like 15, 18.
Yeah, at least. Yeah. I mean, you always had people that were interested.
That's more than I get nowadays. But yeah, I usually had, yeah. That was, and I don't know. If you look at some of my others, I did a walk one time. I walked all the way down Cannery Row and walked back through Cannery Row and went into the buildings and showed people all the old buildings there in Cannery Row.
That's cool stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and all this. Yeah, that's what I said when I first did it. It was just the amazement that I could be like a news person and be live.
Right.
And
maybe
so
more stuff like that again, man.
And so that's why I did all that. And then I got complacent, once COVID hit, and then I got complacent sitting on my porch.
Listen, you got to go back to the ocean, man, and catching those, whatever they in the seaweed. Let me tell you something. I watched a lot of those videos, man, being home, and you had a lot of people in those lives too.
Yeah, when I was doing the pier fishing.
I think they like the sea lions.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's annoying there because of the wind.
Yeah.
Because the DLI puts on a blocker, a lot of times I lose my connection.
Right.
And then half the time, those sea lions are like
Annoying
so
as hell.
loud.
Yeah.
That's all you
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, it's like
It's like,
I'll be honest with you, there was a few times I just clicked out and like went and watched something and they came back like 10 minutes later and they just
Yeah,
calmed down and like,
they're
all right,
obnoxious.
I'll keep watching now.
I mean, you can't do anything. You can't control nature. It's like,
Yep.
I'm live right now. I'm like in public. I'm live. I have no control.
But can you tell me answer me one question before I leave because I got to get going. I don't want to say how because it's not the right word, but 650,000 subscribers Nick has. I mean, the kid's like a freaking, I don't even know the word. He is like a YouTube genius, this kid.
No, it was just one. He had one viral video that now has like 19 million views.
Still, I mean, 650,000 people watch him. So,
Yeah, but he got almost all of those from
that one video.
From that one video and the follow-ups afterwards while it was made.
What was the video? I don't even know if I saw it.
Camping in a blizzard.
Oh, really? I actually almost watched that last night, but I fell asleep. I was watching a couple of this. He did that hot cold stove tent or whatever.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. He's got some cool videos, I'll tell you that. I mean, like, he knows his stuff when it comes to that. But
well, most people that have huge numbers, it was the random luck of a video that went viral.
really?
Yeah, I mean, there's one guy on here. He got 10 million views for a video he did about getting the slime off your headlights with WD-40.
But go figure. I mean, what the fuck?
He got 10 million.
Like,
He got 10 million views and he gained 24,000 subscribers.
I mean, come on, man. I'm sitting at the river with freaking 4 rods out trying to get freaking 3 people to watch my live, and these people are getting 24,000 or whatever you said. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, he had one. Yeah,
it.
he wasn't even gonna upload it. And then he followed it up with bug spray cleaning it, and that one got 10.5 million.
Scott, look at Mr. Beast. That dude is just insane.
But he spent about 6 years making as much money as I did a month.
Yeah. But then he just blew up.
$6-7. And you know why he blew up?
Who was bigger than him at that time, right? When he was coming out, like when he became big. Somebody keeps telling me a name, but I forget. PewDiePie. Yeah.
PewDiePie. That's his
He's
mentor.
bigger than him, right?
That's his mentor is PewDiePie.
Yeah.
But
what did PewDiePie? What was his content? What did he put up?
I've never watched PewDiePie, to be honest.
I heard a lot of stories though.
He's the biggest. I think he has like 100 and something million subscribers.
Yeah, he's like the biggest YouTuber ever.
Yeah, but what got Mr. Beast going is he said PewDiePie. He did a video where he said PewDiePie, I think 10,000 times in a row.
Really?
And that was a video that went viral, and that's why he's where he is today.
Wow.
He was doing gaming originally, and now he kind of has a gaming channel too.
Dude,
but
he does stupid shit like $10,000 to his friend if they eat like a snowball or something, like stupid shit, and it's amazing, man. I'll get it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what got him going, and that's what changed his channel into what it is now.
He makes like $1 million a month, right? Is that right, or is it a week? I don't know. I don't know if it was a week or a month. Somebody said it the other day. One of the chats I was in. I think
there's a really good. I don't know if you know Casey Neistat.
No.
Oh, he's another huge YouTuber that sort of defined how blogs are done and B-roll and that.
Okay.
But he has an interview with Mr. Beast. That's really good. It's only like 7 minutes long or something like that, but because Mr. Beast actually has an ailment too. I forget what it is, but he does
what?
He has some sort of disease or something. And Casey brought it up to him, and then he talked to him. He said, "I don't really want to talk about this," but in the interview, he has some sort of physical ailment.
Oh, physical ailment. Am I still good?
Well, yeah, you're blinking once in a
Okay.
while, but you're still good.
No, it was just
But some sort of
circles on both sides. I don't know why, but maybe it's my
it might
hotspot.
have been lying. No, but he has some sort of disease. I forget what it's called, but
Really? I didn't know that.
it actually gives him. I think it has to do with not much energy.
Okay.
Like, yeah, some with his body and it doesn't process. He's tired all the time or something.
Right.
But they bring that up in it. But he talks about the whole thing and how much he Lily's making. But I think that one where he did PewDiePie.
Now, see, I'm connected to my Wi-Fi right now. I'm good though.
Yeah, you're good. You're fine.
I don't know why my hotspot shut off. That's weird. I'm going to shut it off completely. Shut it off if I'm not going to be connected to it.
Yeah, but I said me. I mean, I've been a YouTuber since 1986.
How long?
Since 1986,
Wow.
when I first got my video camera, my mentality of creating things was the same that every YouTuber has had since YouTube came out. But I had to put them on VHS and give them to my friends to watch.
Right. That was the difference.
Yeah, that was the difference. There was nowhere to upload a video so people in the world could see it. I had to hand it out to my friends.
So what was the first time you were able to upload on YouTube? Not live, just video, like upload.
It was 2006,
Oh wow.
sometime in October. I joined October 6th, 2006. I might have uploaded a video that day. I'm not sure,
Huh.
but it was within like that week,
Yeah.
and it wasn't fishing. It was just, I think it was Fozzie's Walk in the Woods, something like that.
Right.
I've uploaded it on one of my Throwback Thursdays.
Nice.
I put up my first ever video upload to YouTube.
Nice.
Yeah, and Fozzie the bear went in the walk in the woods, and it was bear season.
I'll
So
definitely check it out, man.
Yeah, so he got shot and died.
Oh,
It was only like
what? They give you an option now?
what?
Wait, hold on. No way. They never gave you that option on StreamYards to make it go full screen. I just noticed that now.
Really?
You won't see the chat, but you're
Wow.
watching. You're on your phone, right?
Yeah, I can't do anything. I'm off.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop, so I see what you see on your phone, and then to the right, for me to the right, there's a chat there. Private chat, comments, whatever that's going by. But on the bottom of the box of the StreamYard, there's a little expand, a little square. Yeah, it was never. I've never seen that before. It's never been there. So they must have just started doing that.
You remember I had to cheat in StreamYard in the first place.
Yeah.
I had to change my phone to a desktop in order to
Yeah, I've
host.
heard people had to do that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they changed it where you can host from a phone.
Right. Well,
And now it's a lot better.
You can't see the chat though when you make it big.
Oh.
That's weird. But you know what, Scott? I got to bounce, man. It's getting late. It's like 1:45. I got to get up early and call my doctor.
Okay.
I got to go for MRI, man, this week. Sucks.
For what?
For my knee.
Oh,
I have a torn ligament in my knee, man. I got to get MRI and see about surgery.
well, at least it's not your head or your chest.
Yeah, I know, but it's still keeping me out of work since December. It sucks.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? Thank you, man. Awesome. Good times.
All right. I'll make an intro soon.
Yeah, just let me, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm working on, I actually started a GoFundMe page. I haven't got any money out of it yet in 2 days, but that's just 2 days. I actually set it up for a new GoPro.
Yeah.
I want to be honest on it, and if I get money, I do. If I don't, I don't. It is what it is. But I'm going to try.
Just give me some 16:9 content, and I can do some.
Will do. All right, brother. Have a
All
good
right.
night. Tight lines, my man. Be good.
All right. All right. I don't know who's still in here, but I don't know what happened to Nick. Nick was in here, and I don't know, he didn't seem in the right frame of mind. He was a little lax. He was a little kind of not there. So I guess it's just me for the rest of it, unless somebody else wants to join. I mean, since we're on the video concept and video, that anybody have any video questions, editing questions? No fish. Really, Dax? You fished it? He left when I came in. No, I think, I think his internet was messing up. Remember, he was frozen for a long time, and then he disappeared. I know he's a big time YouTuber, but his internet connection sucks. Keeps saying he's going to get a good one, but he hasn't upgraded. He's still going from I don't know what it is. It's a very cheap internet connection. So there's no offense to you, NJ. He needs to upgrade. You fished drop shot for the first time today? I know. He's old school, man. He's like me. My only internet connection is my hotspot. My desktop can only exist from my hotspot. I have no internet connection to the house. My phone is my only existence to the internet. Plus, remember, Nick lives in Amish country in Pennsylvania, so it's not like they're really up to date with internet connections. It's kind of out in the woods. Where'd you fish the drop shot? Yeah, no, he's old school. He's just like me. I mean, if I had a full on cable access in here, I'd get a camera and I could like do fun OBS stuff from my desktop. But I grew up with the phone live and I like the phone live. I'd rather be somewhere abstract doing it than sitting in a studio or a room. All right, I'll be somewhere. I'll be somewhere live. I did good last week though. I caught 3 fish. I caught one within 11 minutes, and I caught one in the middle, and I caught one on my last cast. My last cast because they threw my worm and I already put everything away, and it was like 10 minutes to close. So I just left. I got offered money to stay and make another cast, but no, I just left. Often leave late at night, and the lady's like, I mean, she accepts me for leaving late because she doesn't know my show. But yeah, I try to be courteous once in a while. So yeah, I just closed down, went back to it. But I caught 3. It's a good pinot day. And it was good because they kind of planned out during the whole live. It's like it was scripted, but it was live. So I always say you can't script the fish. It's one thing you can't script is nature. Yeah. You're right, Dad. I mean, I learned with, yeah, Texas rigs, jigs. I think like I would try other stuff, but you know, my first 3 or 4 years of learning to bass fish was all Texas rig. Then I moved to jig. Then once I started catching a lot of fish that way, then I started moving on to the moving baits, like the rattle trap and the spook and the spinner bait. Yeah, I started out the way that you should start out. I started out with the baits you really have to work and spend the time to fish, and you have to have patience to fish. Then I learned the fast stuff, and sometimes I kind of hell about that. But yeah, I went from live worms, live baits all the time. Then I learned to catch around plastic. Then it was the first like 4 years of my 4 or 5 years of my actual fishing. I was all about plastic worms and Texas rigs and jigs and brush hogs, that sort of stuff. Yeah, I didn't start out. I didn't know anything about fast fishing. I wanted to learn how to catch them on a plastic worm because I caught them on live worms. It took me a long time to learn how to use activate and the situations to actually use it. Oh yeah, don't. Yeah, I still have a beef with half the newer YouTube generation. How they hold their rods, how they work they work their baits, and they like tap the handle on this, and they're holding it way out here, right here. You need it up against your body to work all that shit. You need to be one with your body. You're not out here. But I think a lot of that nowadays with kids is because they learn to fish with a chesty. And that's why I hate chesty and I can't fish with chesty because of where I hold the rod. So in order to fish basically less efficiently, they they had to hold the rod out here so they get a good video shot. So yeah, it's stupid. Let's get a hat cam. I mean, stupid. Even Scott Martin had a hell of a time when he first tried to fish with chesty. The videos there, I watched it. One of his first videos, Scott Martin, when he was dead there, he's like, "How do you fish with this thing? It gets in the way. I can't set the hook. I can't work it right." And then I don't know, he has it a lot higher up now, and he's sort of adjusted to it, but he didn't like it either. Yeah, at least with slow baits and bottom bouncing baits and everything else, you have to have it right here. Active baits, sure, that's out there. Totally fine. You can work it better and everything. You can't work an active bait up here. That's out there. Slow baits, bob moving baits, everything else. It has to be right here. Not out here doing this with it. It's just not working it right. You can't feel it right. It's just ludicrous. But the young kids and the younger, they won't listen to me. I don't have enough views. I don't have enough subscribers. And the older pros and everybody else, will tell them that they don't watch because they're not cool YouTubers. YouTube's pretty much killing the next generation of good bass fishermen. It's just not sound advice. Yeah, I know. People think, oh, look at your comment now. People think, oh, I learned from the best. Gary Klein, Rick Klun, Roland Martin, Shaw Grigsby, Bill Dance. I mean, I learned from the people that were forefronters of people that worked those kind of baits, bottom hopping baits and everything. So, I'm just going to relay the information I know and what I learned from that. It's the best way to work it, the best way to feel. Then you watch Kick Their Bass TV, and he has a 500,000 subscribers, and he doesn't even know how to hold the rod right. Painstaking to watch, from my point of view. It's just not right. But at this point, what can you do? Keep putting out there. Hopefully, people find me and learn. Yeah. What what I've noticed too on that you said, Dax, I've noticed how long it actually takes them to realize they have a fish on. I mean, yeah, and if you watch the video, it's like, oh, that's a fish. It's like, for me, it's like, oh, there's one. Oh, okay. It's like, I know right away. Half the time you see them, it's like, oh, that's a fish. It's like really? I watched your bait in the video and knew you got a bite 30 seconds ago. Why did it take you that long to realize that you had a fish on? Yeah, no, it's not. It's just, I don't know. I said I can throw in a drop. I use mono. Everybody gets on me in mono. You can't feel anything. You can't feel anything. $19 rods, $50 rod, fingers on the line. I can throw out a bait, have a 30-foot arc in the line while it's dropping, and feel a tick of a fish picking up on a drop. I'm like, oh, there's one. And they reel on the slack, it's swimming, and I said to it, it's like, the way they fish, the way they hold it, they'd never feel that. The rod's not that sensitive half the time, and the way they're holding it, and I don't know. It's just stupid. And that's why I did all my tips and tricks in the beginning, because I need to get everything out of my head and put it on video. Like, well, I'm still young and I have great thought process. Everything that educated me for 40 years, I want to put on video. And that's why the first 2 years in '09, when I came back here to YouTube, the first 2 years were all tips and tricks and biology bites. Yeah, it's just, it's the way they're taught. It's the way they're taught. And I think, like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with, a lot of it has to do with video. Because they want that shot, them working it, and you can see it. If you have your hand up here and you're doing it right with slow stuff, and the camera's right here, it's not seeing any of that. It's like it's right there. It's in the way. So they're like, "Oh, I get it out here, so I get a good shot." Like me working it. I'm like, yeah, but the way you're working it, you're not gonna feel a bite. You're not gonna work it properly. You're not gonna. I've watched a lot of it, and I've just come to it right now. They fish a lot of their bottom baits, kind of like the way they work active baits. They're looking for a really exaggerated, pronounced bite. With but 9% of the time, it's not that when you're working it. It's like it's a little tick, everything else. You reel in, you feel them swimming, and then you said they're like they don't know they have a fish till the fish pulls back. It's like at halftime, that's when you're gonna get a half-ass hook set and a really bad hook set. Is when you don't even realize fish is on there, and it might be feeling different and funny, but all of a sudden they pull back and you go, "Oh, it's a fish!" And you say, I mean, there's usually like 20 seconds before they realize they have fish that I know I have fish. So I think that's the difference. It's like, how'd you know you didn't have a fish for 15, 20 seconds? You have far better equipment than me. You're far beyond me as far as rods and sensitivity, and you're lying because you're using trilene or braid, so you feel the bites way quicker. Yet I'm using mono, and I realize I have a fish 15, 20 seconds before you do. It's just a little stupid, but that's kind of what it's come down to with the bigger channels and YouTube and what they watch. I mean, as far as because I watch a lot of those channels. Like, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. See, I mean, I've been doing it for so long, 40 years. It's hard for me to. That's why I did a lot of tips and tricks in that way years ago, was to try to put people into my thought of what I do. And every time I go out fishing, the first thing I want to do is get a bite. And that's why I used to go, I mean, finesse and that sort of stuff. But the first bite, I'm going to do a video on this eventually, but the first bite, even if it's on a soft plastic or a jig, will tell you a lot about how those fish are reacting that day. I mean, if it just hits it and takes off, if it's kind of half-assed, if you don't even feel a bite and suddenly it's just the fish. I mean, all that for that day gives you so much information about the possibilities of what to try that day. Because if the first one, if you're fishing a plastic or a jig or something slow and it just nails it, you might want to try activates. Or if it's just this or just that. I mean, but all that tells you how the fish are that day that you're there. And the only thing that matters is that day. They could be doing it totally different the next day. They would have been totally different the day before. But that first bite, no matter what you're fishing, tells you so much. If you understand that first bite and either where it came from, how they hit it, how they reacted to it, all of that is what should set you off for the rest of the day of fishing. And that's just the way I think about it. And when you see my videos and how I might catch all the fish or not catch any, because maybe the first fish was just a freak and nothing else panned out after that. But that first bite and the way they hit it for that single day you're there is the biggest and most important thing to focus on for the rest of the day. And a lot of fishermen, tournament fishermen know this. I mean, I was tournament fishing pro and have it. But a lot of up and coming and people who just learn to fish don't really understand that one bite, that first fish, tells you a hell of a lot. Whether it pans out the rest of the day or not, that's the key thing that you have to focus on. Is that very first bite of the day. And how they hit it, how they reacted to it, where they were when they reacted to it. All that's like, once you get that, you're like, okay, mine's working now. I mean, that's more kind of tournament fishing. But tournament fishing is how to catch fish in any situation, everything, because it's their living. So that should be ingrained in you as just a fisherman that's not fishing a tournament. Every input you get from the fish is huge. And one bite doesn't mean a pattern. One bite might have been a lucky fish. But if you suddenly get 2, 3, 4 fish off that same thing, you're on something. Definitely on something. Oh, Backroads is right. By the end of my lives and I get into my beer more, I reveal all my secrets. It's like a truth serum. Suddenly everything I say is about Everything I've learned. But yeah, I'm gonna do a tips and tricks on that. The first bite, or that one bite. Because for most fishermen, when you hear, oh, that one bite, everybody's thinking, oh, the big fish, the big fish. But no, it's that first ever bite you get for that day. Understand that, Ray? That can turn it to a better day, or it was just random luck. But once you learn that, you can play with it, and it'll help you become a better fisherman. I'm just saying. Old man fisherman on his porch, spewing fish and chips, I guess. All right, guys. It was 4 bass, actually. It was 4 bass until Chris threw in there and snagged on the reeds right in my spot, and we had to go in and get it. So, no, I actually have another video, Dax, where it's kind of the same thing, but I threw it in the same spot and caught like 5 little ones. And then I hooked, I think it was 6 1/4 or something like that. No. When they're in school and that, you get him going. No, I think that video, Dax, was called Mongo Amongst the Micros. I think that was called. Not a good name for a YouTube video, but Mongos Among the Micros. And I caught like 6 in a row, little 3 to 4 incher, and then I caught a 6 1/4. Yeah, that was pretty funny. No, when you catch them out of spot, a lot of time it gets them going. If there's school there, they see one take off. That's why a lot of times you get them following another. Like you hook a bass and it has like 3 or 4 fish following it. You're like, oh, there's a school in there. Yeah, no, it doesn't. I've done the same thing flipping. I flipped into a spot, caught a 4.5, flipped like a foot to the right or the left, and caught another 4.5. I mean, like I said, you think pulling that one out, doing all that, pulling out the weeds, everything else, anything else around there would be like long gone. Nope. Was it a foot to the left or something like that? And boom, hit. Back to back 4.5s in like the same exact space. There's another thing. There's multiple 10s at Pinot. Multiple 10s at Pinot. I'm telling you. And Kim caught 3 in 1 year, or actually 5. He caught 5 10-pounders in 1 year out of Pinot. That's a trophy lake right there. If you can catch one person can catch 5, 10 pounders in a year. I talked about him once. He's never done that in Clear Lake. I used to be a pro, and he's won a lot at Clear Lake. He's never done that at the Delta in the year. And he used to fish those all the time till recently when he's only fishing pinto. Yeah, I had a conversation with him. He said, yeah, no. The amount of big fish in pinto is way more than for its acreage at only 74 acres than Clear Lake or pinto. Yeah, he has it's like a bass tracker with the center console. That's Kim. He's in his 60s now, but he used to be a really good fisherman. Yeah, it's Kim. And then there's Mike, the one with the cut-off ski boat. Yeah, so yeah, it's a bass tracker. He has center console. He's in a lot of my videos. I talk to him in a lot of my videos. Well, the ones where I'm on my boat. But yeah, it's Kim. In the early '90s, he was a really good bass fisherman. Then then he had his daughter singing the song. I don't know. He told me a story about it, so why he sort of got out of tournament fishing and yada yada yada. And yeah, no, that's Kim. He's in a lot of my videos. I once gave him some of my own custom baits in one of my videos. Some of our big tubes because I was doing incredible flipping them, and I gave him some to try out. Yeah, no, he's old school there. Old school. All right, as I was starting to say earlier, guys, I'm gonna end this one. Thank you so much for everyone that came in. Thank you for the bass talk, because sometimes. No, I haven't gone yet. I have enough money to pay one more month on my storage unit. So August, I definitely have to go down there. I bought a new lock though, because the locks on there are lots of keys for us. So I haven't unplugged it. I got a new lock. It's a cheap one. I don't care. It's only gonna be for a week or two, but yeah. No, Dax. Yeah, I'm lazy and stupid. So yeah, we'll get that. I have to do it in August. I need a deadline. I need like not enough money to pay it, so I get down there and clear it out. It's basically kind of what I'm down to now. But yeah, I'm gonna get down there. I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I'm gonna film a. I might film a blog about it. Do a throwback Thursday about it because it's sort of long history of my life that's sitting down on my storage unit. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be fishing. Obviously, it's gonna be earlier. It's gonna be like probably at least around like 5:30. Yeah, a couple hours before dark. But thank you guys so much. Thank you, Corn, for coming in at the end. But Steve, Dax, Steve, everybody's been in here. And well, let's see what happens tomorrow night. I mean, last Tuesday I didn't get it. I got 3 fish. So hopefully tomorrow's live actually catch some fish. All right, I'm out. Thank you guys. See you next time. Bam! Maybe. Why doesn't this thing want to end? I'm hitting the end button. Why does it not? I mean, maybe because, okay, here.